Einstein's theory to the test using black holes, neutron stars, and gravitational waves. This book is about Einstein's creation of over 100 years ago, the general theory of relativity, with a definite slant toward experiment and observation. General relativity is a very beautiful theory. Einstein was guided toward its final form by aesthetic criteria of beauty, simplicity, and elegance. In the end, while he appreciated the role of experimental tests, deep down he believed that the theory was so beautiful that it had to be correct. But as the great American physicist Richard Feynman once said, "It doesn't matter how beautiful your theory is. It doesn't matter how smart you are. If it doesn't agree with experiment, it's wrong." In this book we will describe how general relativity has passed every experimental test to which it has been subjected, an almost unbelievable perfect score. Yet the 1687 gravitation theory of Newton had a similar perfect score until general relativity took over. There is no reason to assume that general relativity is the last word on gravity. The observation of some anomalous effect or of a disagreement with Einstein's theory could tell us that it's time for a new theory. The 1998 discovery that the expansion of the universe is speeding up rather than slowing down is an example of an anomaly that has many people scratching their heads. Some of them are working hard on devising alternatives to general relativity to account for this. Therefore, we must keep testing general relativity, especially in new and unfamiliar arenas such as near black holes, or using gravitational waves in order to discover where or how or even if it might be superseded. The authors are theoretical general relativists, but we have both spent a substantial fraction of our research careers investigating how to verify or disprove general relativity by experiment or observation. We don't actually do experiments or make observations. Our experimental colleagues get nervous when we get too close to their equipment. Yet we have spent enough time talking to them and collaborating with them that we think we have a good feeling for what they do and how observations and experiments can test Einstein's theory. In this book, you will learn about some of the absolutely brilliant people who design the experiments, build the apparatus and instruments, and analyze the data. Some of them work alone or in small groups. Some belong to enormous collaborations of thousands of scientists, engineers, and technicians. These are the people who are doing the real work of finding out if Einstein is still right. Acknowledgements. We are very grateful to the many friends and colleagues who read parts of this book and sent us criticisms, corrections, and suggestions. Bruce Allen, Imre Bartos, Peter Bender, Donald Bruns, Alejandro Cardenas Avendano, Caterina Cazzuano, Ignazio Ciufolini, Karsten Donsman, Shepard Doleman, Philip Eaton, Jim Huff, Cole Miller, Jenny Meyer, Paulo Freire, Reinhard Genzel, Ramesh Narayan, Jorge Pullen, Jessica Raley, David Reitze, Bernard Schutz, and Norbert Wex. Ultimately, we are responsible for any remaining errors or omissions. Clifford Will is grateful to the University of Florida for its support, and to the Institut d'Astrophysique de Paris for its hospitality during extended stays in 2018 and 2019 while this book was being written. He is also grateful to the U.S. National Science Foundation for support under various grants. Nicolas Yunes is grateful to Montana State University and the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign for their support, as well as to the Kavli Institute for Theoretical Physics for its hospitality during extended workshops in 2019 while this book was being written. He is also grateful to the U.S. National Science Foundation and the U.S. National Aeronautics and Space Administration for support under various grants. In this book, we will present thought experiments or situations where an observer does something. Rather than referring to the observer as he or she or they, we will go back and forth, sometimes using he and sometimes using she. This is by no means meant to exclude the possibility of observers or scientists who might be in gender transition or gender non-binary. Indeed, as physicists, we are well aware that our profession still needs to work hard to